I'm the king of the swingers, man, the jungle VIP. I made it to the top and I had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I wanna be a man cub and stroll right into town and be just like the other man. I'm tired of monkeying around. Oh, they do. I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you too. Yeah, it's true. I wanna ape like me. Can't learn to be human too. Hey everybody, it's me, Maxim Banjo and Cosette, and we are doing a banjo tutorial today. I Want to Be Like You, the Louis Prima classic, made famous in the Jungle Book. This one's going out to Juliana. Thank you very much for the request. Juliana is a up-and-coming banjo player, beginner intermediate, so we're going to keep this fairly straightforward. There's lots of different options for this one, but we're going to do kind of a campfire version that you can just grab the banjo, pick up the rhythm, pick up the chords, jump right in and start playing kind of version today. There's going to be 6 steps. We're going to talk about the tuning and then the chords, and then we're going to have a chord structure, and then we're going to go to the rhythm, and then we're going to start putting it all together, the rhythm and the chords, and then finally working in the melody and lyrics, the vocals on top of it. If you want to just sort of skip ahead and start playing this tune on your own, there's really 2 very important parts that you could actually work from right away, which is the rhythm chart and the chord chart that are below in the description. So you can learn the chords, and so a chord chart is like, each time you see a chord, you're staying on each one of those for 4 beats. Boom, that's a beat. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a bar, a group of 4 beats. And then the rhythm structure, those arrows, ups and downs and things like that, that's below too. We are going to get to that point, but if you feel like jumping right ahead, you can do that. Also, a chord sheet from something like Ultimate Guitar will be helpful as well. You can also just jump in, but we're gonna go a little bit more in depth for a beginner player to start playing. Step 1, tuning. So this one's in A minor or A, and most banjos, I'm working on a 5-string banjo here, are in open G tuning. So what we're going to do is just tune the 5th string. I don't really have a name for this tuning. It's just like, it's open G with the 5th in A. So 5th string up to an A. You want to maybe find you get to know your tuner. It'll also be, if you want to just tune it to itself, it'll be the 7th fret of the 1st string, or an octave up from the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So if you're doing a flat finger on the 2nd fret, if you're doing an A there, you want that 5th string to match. So that's the tuning. We're just going an open G with an A. You can use a capo, and it'll be a different set of chords, but this is kind of straightforward because there's once you're learning these chords, you'll be able to use them in G tuning, and a lot of the songs that we're playing on the banjo are in G, so we're just going to stick to this one, G tuning with 5th string and A. Alright, so that's the first step. Second step is the chord. So now you can go down and check out that chord chart that's in the description, the AM, E7, etc., etc. So the chords you're going to want to learn are A minor, when you see an M, that's a sad sound, E7, a C, A major, D, and G. And I recommend playing a G in the F position. So this is kind of tricky. You can play open G if you want to, leaving out the 5th string. So that's nothing on the left hand. Or learn how to play an F chord. Pause the video, go check F chord banjo, and then slide it up 2 frets so your pinky and ring finger are on the 4th and 1st strings. 5th fret, they're both on the 5th fret. So that's an F shape index on the 3rd fret, ring and pinky on the 5th fret. That's a G, because we're going to be doing some muting, and this is a closed shape that you can keep moving around, very useful. So this is a G in the F shape. So there's an opportunity to pause, go learn those chords, be able to transition through them. They're all written down in the description below. And then when you can change chords at a reasonable pace, or you just feel like learning them more, then you can come on back and we'll get to the next step. And that next step is the chord structure. So this is how long we're going to be staying on each chord. Each chord that you see, like A minor, represents a bar. So that's 4 beats. A beat is like boom, it's a pulse. So a bar would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Capiche? Yeah. For this one, obviously 3 bars of A minor, and then it goes to E7. And so the way to practice this at first is to just play a single downstroke for each bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll see that on the second time around for the verse, the last bar has a G in it. The A minor and G are sharing a bar. So that means you're going to be doing 2 beats on the A minor and then 2 beats on the G. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the transition into the chorus. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the C. So that A minor and G, if it's a little confusing, it means you're playing 2 beats each. They're both sharing the same bar, so a group of 4 beats. 2 on the A minor, 2 on the G. And so otherwise we're playing the verse twice and the chorus twice. And that's the whole song. It just keeps on repeating. Once you get comfortable playing 1 downstroke per bar, then you can start doing 4, and you'll probably want to go a little bit more slowly. Especially if the chords are a little new to you, you are going to want to go pretty slow. One great way to learn chords is to play the chord and then take your hand off and shake it and put it back. It really helps with the speed. So yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to start doing 4 beats per bar. You can start counting the bars by changing the first beat on every bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And since we're doing groups of 4, I'm finding it easy to do the E7 and the A minor that are at the end of each line. I'm just counting those as 1 and then starting fresh on the next line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to pretend that I'm on the second time around on the verse. I'm going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go to the chorus. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. I'll point out that it is an A and not an A minor in the chorus. And then everything else should be fairly self-explanatory. So there we go. That is the third step, the third portion, the third element is to practice the chord chart, going through all the chord changes with a very basic, simplistic rhythm, and that'll help the transition to the actual rhythm, to more complex versions of the rhythm. So if you need to, you can pause this video and then work on the chord chart. Yeah, there you go. Good job. All right. Woohoo! Sounding good. Congratulations for getting this far. Next element is the rhythm. So if you go below the chord chart, you'll see the rhythm. So this actually breaks down the beats within each bar. It's the same, essentially 8 beats that get repeated over and over again that fit inside each bar. And up to you, you can do a different one for the verse and the chorus. And I'm going to have essentially 2 different options that you can work with here. So we talk about elements of a song a lot, and so we're going to drop the chord almost completely now. Drop the chord chart. You can go back to that another time, and we will bring it back as we complete the song. But for now, we're just going to work on one chord as we work up our rhythm. So to do that, just A minor. And if you look at the first rhythm chart, you'll see 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So this is referring to beats and half beats, where the numbers, I'm going to pretend this is my foot, is a downbeat, and then the half beat or the and is the upbeat. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're dividing each beat in half. If you look at the arrows or the ups and downs underneath the numbers, those refer to strums. So you can use the nail of your index finger, or you can use your thumb, or you can use a plectrum, a guitar pick, whatever you like. You'll have different tones, and as well you'll get different sounds depending on where you're playing in the banjo. I'm kind of feel like playing over the neck today. And so yes, the first half of the first line is where you want to begin. You'll see a downstroke under the 1, up under the 2, and downstroke under the 1 and 2, and then an upstroke under the and of 2, or the half beat there. And so you can actually get through the whole song with just that. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and I'm going to add one more element, a little bit of like a mute, a half mute. After that first downstroke under the 1, lift up your left hand fingers ever so slightly so that the strings stop vibrating, stop resonating. And so you just practice that by itself, and then work that into the 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Slowly speeding it up. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Great, so you can get through the whole song with just that if you want to. If you want to make it more complex, check out the rest of that rhythm chart. You'll see that the second half of the first line is the same as the first. Down under the 3, and then down up under the 4 and of 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that just repeats. You can just continue that, practice that if you want to. Or add in that second line as well. It has 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Whole thing together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So there it is. That's the rhythm. Pause that. Practice it. Come on back. We're going to work the rhythm back in. All right. Good. We're going to work, the chords back in. Great job. That's the rhythm. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can feel it now. It's coming together. It's getting exciting, getting fun. Let's start to put these things together now. If you are doing the more complex rhythm, you'll notice that it's written out over 2 bars, over 2 sections of 4 beats. So that corresponds to the chord chart that we were working on, where each bar or each chord is 4 beats. So if we're going to do the whole complicated version, it's over those 2 A minors, it would be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I want to pause that, listen again. But you want to get that rhythm integrated, or at least one of the versions of the rhythm integrated. You can do the simple or the more complex. One thing just to mention is that transition from the verse into the chorus when you go A minor to G. If you're doing the complex rhythm, it's gonna be kind of interesting. It'll be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now what? Yeah, it'll be spread over. Yes. So there's the first half. It'll be spread over. It's just 1 bar, and so we're going to consider that the second bar. It'll be over. We would start on the E7. So the second last bar of the first half. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So since this is the rhythm structure is over 2 bars, 4 and 4, and the verse, end of the verse, the transition, the last 2 bars has a full bar of E7 and half bar of A minor and a half bar of G. There's just some switching going on there that you'll want to be aware of. That last bar, it would go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and so there's some movement there. All right, so that is the working the rhythm into the chord chart. So remember we were doing 4 beats earlier, and now you can do the actual rhythm, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. This is the simple rhythm. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. That A fifth string is going to sound kind of funky in there, so you mostly want to just try to avoid it unless you're playing an A or an A minor. And that is the rhythm over the chord chart. So that is the majority of the banjo. We're going to take a little bit of a breather because for some reason my camera always... Alright, and we're back. Okay, good job everybody. So at this point you've done the rhythm, you've gotten used to that chord chart, and now we're going to start to work in the vocals. So there's really 2 more different elements that we want to think about, both the lyrics and the melody. And to integrate those, we want to take a pause or extricate some of the earlier elements that we were working on, notably the rhythm. The melody is like the tune, and so we're going to start with no rhythm whatsoever and just play the harmony, play the chords. You want to listen to the song a whole bunch, get it in your head. So I'm not playing with any rhythm whatsoever, just playing the chord, playing that A minor. There's the A, E7. And so that'll help with your pitch, being able to play along, sing along with your banjo, and without having to worry about the rhythm just yet. So there's no rhythm, it's just a smooth chord, not counting at all. So there's one element. Another element then would be the lyrics. So you can check out the lyric and chord sheets online. Something like Ultimate Guitar is a great resource for that. You do want to keep practicing the chord structure though. Those online resources don't have specific beats, how long you should be staying on each chord. So it can be kind of confusing. So that's why you want to keep practicing it and keep that form as we integrate the lyrics over the chords. So for this section, we are not going to worry about the rhythm just yet. We are going to play the chords. So now we're integrating the lyrics and the melody over the chords. I'm the king of the swingers man, the jungle VIP. There we go. So that'll help you practice singing, practice the vocals, and the chord changes without worrying about the rhythm. So you can pause that if you want to, give it a shot. And now we'll integrate our last element. So this is integrating the rhythm back into the song. This will be all parts now. Lyrics, melody, harmony, which is the chords, and the rhythm. Here we go. Are you ready? Make sure that all the other elements are pretty smooth and you're comfortable before trying to play this. And with every section, play it really slowly. If you can conceptualize it, if you know what you're trying to play, you can play it, you just have to play it slowly enough. You should never be stopping and restarting and fumbling over yourself. That means that you're taking on too much. That means that your fingers just aren't ready quite to do that yet. Therefore, you should remove aspects, remove elements, or play more slowly if you are integrating new elements. And it's amazing how when you play slowly, you can keep adding things and then speed it up. And so this was the last section. So I'm doing a simple rhythm. Lyrics, melody, chords. I'm the king of the swingers man, jungle VIP. I made it to the top and I had to stop. That's what's bothering me. Nice and slow. You'll probably want to go a little bit slower than that. And then speed it up. So those are all the elements. That's it. That's the whole song. You just want to work it up real slow. Get those chords happening. Work up the rhythm by itself. Work in the melody with just the chords. Work in the lyrics with just the chords, and then the whole thing. I guess one more possible combination would be rhythm and melody and chords, but no lyrics. So that would be like. So that's kind of a choose your own adventure. Decide which elements you want to work on together. You could do no chords and rhythm and melody or lyrics. So I'm doing a mute here. I'm just kind of resting my left hand over the strings so that they stop vibrating. So I'm not pressing too hard. I'd be pressing too hard. And then just ever so softly. This allows you to practice the melody if you wanted to, or the chords, or the lyrics without chords. I'm the king of the swinging man, jungle VIP. And so that'll kind of help strengthen and build confidence in your voice as you're singing. That's it, my friends. To recap, you want the right tuning. You want to practice the chords by themselves, and then chord changes within the structure, then the rhythm, and then the rhythm with the chord structure, and then slowly work in the elements of your vocals, which include melody by itself and lyrics, and you can drop out whatever sections you need to and then reintegrate them. So I hope you'd enjoy this. I hope it was helpful. I'm teaching music online. Get in touch if you want to do a lesson. Please share this with anyone you think might want to learn music. It's a great way to feed your soul in this dark and strange time. Make other people happy. Please, of course, like and share. Spread it around. I'd love some feedback if you think this is a helpful video. If it's enjoyable or interesting for you, let me know. And otherwise, keep on picking. Stay cool and don't stray from the path.